What is up, guys? It's Stanley27 here, bringing you some Battlefield 3 today, and this is a game of Team Deathmatch on Down Peak using the AEK suppressor, foregrip, and the Cobra sight. As you can see, this is actually one of my favourite classes to run with in Battlefield 3, especially when I'm playing a close quarter game like Team Deathmatch or Conquest Domination. And I made a video on this a little while ago, so if you haven't seen that, go and check it out. A little bit of a shameless plug there, but I'll put a link to that in the top corner. But anyway, in this video I wanted to talk to you about the new idea which has been floating around the Battlefield community this week really, and it's been addressed by both Levelcap and Matimio and a few other bigger people in the Battlefield community, and I really wanted to just give you my 2 cents on this. Whether you really value my opinion any higher than theirs, or just want to get another point of view on the situation. And this is pretty much the revive mechanics that is in Battlefield 3 and has been in pretty much all the Battlefield games in the run up to Battlefield 3. And whether that needs to be changed either in Battlefield 3 in a patch and an update, or whether we're looking into Battlefield 4 or Bad Company 3 or Battlefield 5 are really going to look that far into the future. And pretty much people are saying that at this moment in time the medic class is a little bit overpowered, and I would agree. It is pretty much an OP gun, however, OP gun, OP class, however, there are reasons for this. It does have the best guns in the game, it does have the ability to revive people, and that's pretty much why people are saying it's going to be a bit overpowered, especially in the upcoming expansion pack like Aftermath. I made a video on whether the crossbow will ruin the class system. People are still worried that the assault class is going to be the go-to class while playing Battlefield 3, and they kind of want to get a bit more class width in there, having people who actually want to play as a recon or a support or an engineer and don't feel at a massive disadvantage by playing as them. And pretty much what the idea is whether the revive animation needs to be like lengthened, whether it needs to be like a proper animation like when you go in for a knife from behind, or whether it needs to stay the same. At the moment, as you probably full well know, you can literally just flick out your defibs, zap someone. I don't know why I'm doing all the actions here, you can't actually see anything, but nevertheless, I'm going to roll with it. You can just do the actions, kind of pump them in the chest or do whatever. You don't even have to go like to their chest, you can just pump the air above the where they're lying on the ground, and they will pop back up in a second, and pretty much it's a very, very quick process. And what people are saying is that kind of gives you an added bonus of playing as the assault class. There's no risk of kind of reviving people. They can either deny it, or when they get kind of brought back to life and they just get shot down again, it doesn't really make a difference because it doesn't add to your death. The death gets taken away when you get revived. So what people are saying is if they kind of add an animation, or maybe made the revive kind of little jutty outy thing when you actually do the animation a little bit longer, to maybe a second or two, like the knife thing if you had to rub them together, kind of position yourself, kneel over the guy, zap his chest, shout the whole medical clear, or he's alive, or something along weird along those lines. Just make it a little bit kind of fairer with the other classes. You wouldn't be able to Rambo revive people around corners. You wouldn't be able to jump out in the middle of a firefight, quickly revive your friend and jump back into cover. It would remove the aspect of it being such a quick process and actually make it more of a tactical maneuver, seeing as maybe something else couldn't. Maybe some people couldn't be revived if they've been, I don't know, shot in the face by a tank or an M320, grenaded, even knifing, which would make knifing a little bit more tactical rather than just something to make your gameplays look cooler or make you feel like a little bit of a secret agent. But maybe something along those lines that only certain people can be revived, because it is quite funny when you do see someone get shot in the face by a canister shell and they're just kind of on the floor, and then you just pick them back up again like nothing's happened. And it's like, to be fair, if you're going to be hit in the face by a canister shell or by anything with a tank, it's going to hurt a little bit, and you're probably not going to be in many pieces, not a revivable piece anyway, so you might as well just spend your time picking all his pieces up in a bag and piecing him back together like a jigsaw puzzle, than actually reviving him. But pretty much what people are saying, kind of went a bit off track there, but does the reviving need to be changed a little bit? And in my opinion, I think it probably does. I think that if they gave it a kind of an animation that lasted more like a knife one, like a 1 or 2 second animation. Don't want to make it too long, don't want to make it pretty much almost obsolete, otherwise the whole point of reviving and keeping your team alive would go right out the window. But if you can actually physically go down there, rub your things together, oh that's a bit dirty, rub your things together and then zap him on the chest, bring him back to life, I think it would just kind of add more of a tactical aspect to reviving, especially as I said with knifing. If maybe they can't be revived after they've been knifed or grenaded or maybe M320'd, but then M320 would probably just be spammed in that case, which is something you don't really want it to turn into Modern Warfare 2 and just have new tubes just going off absolutely everywhere. But pretty much I think that having the revive animation, or just the whole reviving system changed a little bit, tweaked, not too much, but just so that Rambo revives don't happen, and the assault class doesn't become the predominant class because of reviving. I think that would be a really, really good aspect for DICE and or EA, whoever is working on the patches at this current time, because you never know, it could be anyone really. I hope that that's something they kind of implement, or definitely look into implementing into Battlefield 4, and if they really can't do that, hopefully it will come into Bad Company 3 or Battlefield 5, whichever they decide to bring out next. Hopefully it's going to be Bad Company 3, that is something I'm looking forward to, but that is another commentary for another time. So that has been my 2 cents on the matter. Thank you for listening to it, whether you really kind of value this over level caps or Matimios, but I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video.
Just right next to you, since you ever changed